here's to more Halloween news as we go on. But anyway, moving on to weekly recs.
My weekly recommendations are it's a show on Netflix. It's called Luther.
Okay.
It's from the British network. It was on BBC America. I think.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's about he's like a genius detective, and the Luther is played by Idris Elba, and he's like a genius, kind of not really genius, but he's a really smart detective, and he can figure out a lot of crimes and everything. But he has a short temper, and he's always getting into trouble. And basically, it's about him trying to survive, I guess, in the world that he lives in.
Nice.
And another one is iBoy. It's a Netflix original.
Oh, yeah.
It's about a kid who witnesses a crime, and as he's fleeing from the scene, he is trying to dial 911 or the police or whatever, and he gets shot in the head. But he also the phone gets shot, and pieces of the phone go into his brain.
Ah.
And he wakes up from a coma or whatever, and he figures out that he can control everything that is electronic.
Wow.
Like phones, radios, TVs, and everything. So he can like listen into people's phone calls or whatever.
That sounds like a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he ends up being like sort of like a vigilante.
Yeah.
Kind of like he tries to stop, like, I guess, in this apartment that he lives in. He lives in like the project sort of like England or whatever. And he tries to shut down like the drug dealers and stuff that are
okay.
That sounds pretty sick.
Go around there. But yeah, he goes around and like messes with them and stuff, and then it's a vigilante.
Very nice.
It's pretty cool.
iBoy, and then your first one was Luther, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Nope.
Rick and Morty, right?
Oh yeah, Rick and Morty is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can catch that on what, Cartoon Network? Adult Swim?
Adult Swim, or you could go to Hulu and watch all the seasons. But I'm pretty sure, since it's a popular show, everybody's seen it. Almost everybody.
Except for James.
Yeah. What's up? Except for me.
My one and only weekly rec is a Netflix, something you probably haven't seen on Netflix, a little film called Last Shift. Okay. It's from 2014. It's horror thriller genre. It's an hour and 30 minutes, and it's got a whopping 100% on Rotten.
Wow.
The synopsis for this bad boy is a rookie police officer's first assignment to watch a soon-to-close outpost turns into the worst kind of paranormal experience ever.
Oh, pretty cool.
What?
Yeah, it's super intense, and like I said, you guys can watch this right now on Netflix. Most people have Netflix, so in my opinion, this is like some hidden Netflix gold, and I think you should stream it immediately if you haven't seen it yet. It's called Last Shift.
Is it a Netflix original?
No.
Oh, okay, it's just on Netflix.
I'm gonna mark that right now. That sounds really good.
And it's starring Juliana Harkavy. Yeah, it's super good, dude. And like the jump scares are crazy. The like just the things that they do. It's just completely unique experience. But I wouldn't watch it alone. I wouldn't watch it alone.
Why is that?
It's just it's unnerving. Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch it with my son.
Yeah. That's it.
I have one more thing. If you're,
yeah.
It's not really a recommendation, but I recently bought The Mummy, the remake, and I decided to check it out, even though I heard all the crap about it and everything.
Okay.
And it's actually not that bad. So if there's anybody who has drives by or goes by a Redbox and sees it on there, and they're kind of like on the fence about checking it out, and they haven't, I'd say just watch it if you want. It's really cool because it has a lot of Easter eggs to like the original Mummy franchise. And
yeah, you have some input?
Oh no, keep going.
Oh,
I
okay.
actually have a different recommendation too.
Okay.
Okay.
And there's a lot of cool little nods to like the old Universal monsters, like the monster from the Black Lagoon.
The creature
from the Black Lagoon. Yeah. Stuff like that. It's really cool.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I'm gonna watch that because you're talking it up now. Yeah, I don't know why I got the kind of universal hate, but I think it just has to do with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
You know, like it's hard to take him seriously in a role like that. I know that's kind of fucked up or whatever.
Well, because he's always the same person in every movie.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
he's Tom Cruise. He's not the character he is. He's maybe.
I'd put him on a stand. I like him a little bit better than this person, but I would compare him to Nicolas Cage.
Okay, yeah, Nicolas. Yeah,
Where you're just like,
he's
oh,
kind
that's
of
Nick Cage.
falling off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight to Redbox movies.
But your recommendation?
Oh, okay. So I actually recently watched this like a week ago, but it was on Hulu. There's this movie called Maggie, and it's a post-apocalyptic after a zombie apocalypse, and they're trying to find a cure for, you know, zombies and all that other kind of stuff. And so these kids, these teenagers, get bit, and they're being basically taken care of and like in this quarantine, and they're trying to live with them being infected. And yeah, and so basically it's actually a really good movie. So
Okay, Maggie, right?
yeah, it's called Maggie.
I'll have to check that out. I have Hulu as well. Let's jump into
Yes.
Child's Play 2, our movie focus for this episode. So it was released in 1990. It's directed by John LaFia, written by Don Mancini. It's rated R. It's 84 minutes long. It's starring Alex Vincent, Brad Dourif, and Christine Elise. The synopsis for this is picking up from the original. We continue to follow the story of Andy Barclay. After being separated from his mom, the young boy is quickly found by Chucky at his new foster parents' home. Hysteria ensues.
Spooky.
Ugly doll. Fuck you.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think of the film? Because for you guys that don't know, at listening at home or wherever you're at right now, James has never seen Child's Play 2.
No.
He's never. I don't think he's ever seen most of this franchise.
Yeah.
Right.
I've seen Bride of Chucky.
Okay, with Tiffany, where he has
That was weird.
I feel like that's the kind of stepping stone film. Like most
kind
people
of like introduced me to.
Seen
I mean, I always knew who Chucky was. Like he was a killer doll.
Yeah.
But I didn't know any of the backstory or any of the what goes along with the movie. So.
Because that Bride of Chucky came out in like late, I think it was like 98, 99. So Probably. It was when we were still relatively young. So I feel like that was our generation being reintroduced to that character. So it makes sense that you would have seen it. But what do you think about it? This one, Child's Play 2.
I liked it. It was it wasn't really too scary. It was more like a funny,
like dark comedy,
like dark comedy. Yeah, it wasn't.
Comedy.
It wasn't really like I'm terrified to watch this, but it was good. I didn't hate it at all.
What about you, Sam?
Well, I haven't watched it in a really long time, but I enjoyed it. You know, it made me remember why I like Chucky so much. So.
Awesome.
What did you think of it? I know you.
Oh,
you own this movie.
This is my favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have to say this is the one that I hold probably closest to my heart. I know that's weird because the original's so good. But I think this is like such a solid sequel, and they did so many things that they could have done in the first one that they didn't. That they held off. I don't know why. I know there was some conflicting things in the script. You know, like originally there wasn't supposed to be any voodoo mythology, and then that kind of crept in there, or whatever. So I feel like this second one was written by Don Mancini. And I feel like he got to do more what he wanted to do with this one, and that kind of plays out like with the like the climax and the factory and like different things. Just like even the interactions between him and Andy, I really liked it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Child's Play 2 is my favorite film. What is your guys' favorite film from this franchise? You go, James.
Okay. Mine is probably the one I remember the most would be Child's Play 3.
Yes. Which we are doing next week
yeah.
for you guys.
That one is probably only my favorite because that's the one, like I said, it's the one I remember the most. So, not really a legitimate reason to why it's my favorite, but
it's the one that you connect with or that you think about when you think about this franchise, and that's as good a reason as any.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
I like the first one because it's a classic,
Yeah.
and it just, it was more original. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah, that
it's like
the first time we saw that idea.
It's nostalgic. That's the word.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you guys' feelings on Chucky as a villain? We'll let you go this time.
I don't think he's a villain.
Huh?
I don't think he's a... I mean, okay, yeah, he's a villain, of course, but I don't see him as a villain. I think of him as just like a crazy dude that likes to kill people.
But he's a doll.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see him as a villain. Because he...
Like yeah, but I mean, he's maniacal, of course.
Yeah. He just has his own problems.
I'm one of the most notorious slashers in history.
I don't know, I just don't see him as a villain. Yeah, he kills people, of course. He's a classic villain, but I just don't see him that way, that's all.
Okay, Sam. I guess my family are a bunch of sociopaths. Let's move on to James.
Okay, what was the question? How would I...
what are your feelings on Chucky as a villain? Like, I feel like he's very much included in, like, the, Jason and Ghostface and Michael, and, like, when you see pictures of all them, Chucky's usually not far behind, and I guess that's my, idea behind this question.
If we're putting him together with all of those people...
Yeah.
It's really short.
I'd probably put him on the bottom.
Okay.
It ain't the size that counts, asshole.
Or maybe like like a tie between him and like Ghostface.
Okay.
But he's more like creepy, and not really like terrifying or I mean, I've never experienced a doll try to kill me, so he probably in real life it probably really is terrifying.
Just throw him across the room.
Yeah, but it just, I know, it looks, to me when I see in the movies when he's on someone's back or like trying to stab them or whatever, choke them out, and it shows them like swinging around and he's just like holding on. It just makes me think of like a little kid, and I'm like, oh, they're playing, and but yeah, I mean, he's scary. Don't get me wrong, but
that's the thing is, I think people they don't think about they think about horror in the wrong sense. For me, I think something becomes horror if the scenario or the plot is something you wouldn't want to be involved in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just like Green Room, you don't want to be in that scenario. Yeah. Child's Play, you don't want to be being chased after this doll. It doesn't matter if he's like 3 foot nothing or whatever, because he's a killer doll, and that's what makes him scarier. People have a phobia of their toys coming alive, and that's where this stems from. You know what I mean? If you don't have that phobia, or if you never kind of experienced like that terror as a kid, this doesn't hit home the way that it is with those people, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
Once again, she's like Sid from Toy Story.
Oh yeah.
Sicko.
Before you go on, can you tell me the backstory of like how he became Chucky? Because I don't know the whole story. I can kind of put together what he says in the movie that he's some murderer.
They hint at things, and I feel like you can enjoy this one without having seen the first one. It kind of stands on its own. But I'll give you like a little backstory. So, spoiler alert for anybody who doesn't know the mythology behind Charles Lee Ray, a.k.a. Chucky. So, the first film basically